Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing super well. My name is Jenna for anyone who is new here, and we're starting off the vlog today. It's a Saturday and we are going into New York City, stopping at a cafe that I've wanted to go to probably for the last 6 months, if it's even been open for 6 months, but it is Cafe Thuma. It's actually in the Thuma store, so they're like a furniture store, but their coffee shop that's embedded inside of the store looks absolutely stunning. And I'm going to meet Sammy, Avery, Bella, Hathel, and Steph. I think Steph might actually just come to brunch because we're going to brunch after that to celebrate. Obviously there are things that we need to chat about. I need to sit you guys down and talk to you about the engagement and all that fun stuff when we get back, but I wanted to leave a little bit earlier today because it opens at 11 and I kind of want to just like get my coffee and chill. I think the rest of the girls are going to come at 11:30, but I wanted to try to get in there a little early, just sit down, get some photos of like, you know, the space and everything, and not be like so overwhelmed when, you know, we're kind of all in there trying to get our pictures. So I'm gonna leave a little bit earlier. It's a little past 10. I got up at like 8 today. Just did some cleaning around the apartment, you know, folded laundry. I also got one of the black packing bags out of my room, so there's one left, and I'm so excited to just get it out today. So yeah, we have a very fun day planned. Shooting, brunch, and then I'll be back to do some home things later. Tomorrow, my sister and I are getting up at like 6 a.m. to go to this thrift market that is in Massachusetts. It's literally almost 3 hours away, but she wanted to go, and we were originally going to go today, but I forgot that I had brunch, so I felt super bad and I didn't want her to go alone. And she's like, honestly, let's just go on Sunday. I'm sure they're gonna have plenty of stock on Sunday as well, so we're gonna do that tomorrow, which is gonna be very interesting. So I'll take you guys along to everything. Don't forget to subscribe. I would absolutely love to have you on my channel, and we're gonna head out the door. I'll show you guys my outfit before we leave. I cannot find my tripod though, so I'm just gonna put you on the bar cabinet. Okay, so my sweater, I actually didn't even look in the mirror to see if this works. I think I need to tuck this under my bra a little bit to make it cropped, but this is a mint velvet little sweater vest. I have no idea where any of my other ones are, but I really like this color paired with this maxi length skirt that's from Princess Polly that you guys are not going to be able. Let me see if I just point the camera down. There we go. So it's a full maxi length skirt, which I love. I think it's really pretty and like very end of summer styling. And then my flats are from Barrett Footwear. They're like these mesh flats, and then I'm gonna wear my Chanel bag, which I actually have not worn in the longest time and I miss wearing it. I think I'm just like so afraid to take it out because it's like very delicate, but you know, I spent a good amount of money on it, so I might as well wear it. Anyway, we are all set and ready to go. I'm glad that I still have a tan because I feel like I'm usually pale at this point of the fall months, but I don't think fall has even started yet, so I take that back. Let's leave. Okay, you guys, I'm quickly interrupting this vlog to share the partners for this video with you guys. So I have two amazing brands that I can't wait to share with you. These are going to be pieces that cover different categories, but that are going to be great to take you from the end of summer weather all the way into fall. So the first brand that I have is 7 or 9, which creates beautiful, stunning footwear. You guys are very well aware of the fact that I have been on the ballet flat trend. And when I say trend, I don't really mean it, because I think ballet flats are very classic, and there are brands that have been making them forever, but they are having a little bit of a peak moment right now, so that's why I refer to them as a trend. But I grabbed this pair of metallic flats from 7 or 9. These are a stunning silhouette. I absolutely love the color of them too. I think that this metallic color adds a really nice detail into an outfit, especially when my wardrobe tends to get very, very neutral in the fall and winter months, because it's just, we're not doing like the girly floaty kind of style. I feel like it's hard to do that when it's colder out and you're just layering up and wearing knitwear and all of that fun stuff. So I definitely love that this is more of a feminine shoe to kind of add to that as well with the color. So this brand is not only beautiful, but they have mattress technology, which basically means that there is a pad in here that is shock absorbing, and it just makes the shoes that much comfortable to wear, and also super, super supportive. So that's important for me because I now have a 15-minute walk to the path every single time I go into the office or if I'm going to shoot in the morning, and I'm always looking for a style of shoe that I can wear that's going to be comfortable for that walk. It doesn't seem like a lot because I feel like I used to walk so much in the city, but I really am putting an emphasis on comfort, so I absolutely love that about them. I would style these with a midi dress moving out of the summer months. I would also do, you know, a baggy jean and a cute little knitwear vest like I'm wearing right now. You could also wear these to the office. I'm picturing black trousers and like a white chic button down that you can wear with these flats to just add a little fun element to your work outfit. So love 709. I can't wait to style these. You will see them on my Instagram for sure. Okay, so I zoomed you guys out for the second brand that we're gonna chat about. I have some pieces from Fabrique, which is a newer brand, and they're very unique because they source designers from all over with all different backgrounds of experience, and I just thought that that was a really cool concept when they reached out. So I have a few pieces. So we have a couple outfits from them, again, that are gonna take you straight into fall. So the first one, guys, I've been wearing this literally nonstop. It's a coffee run look, it's a brunch look, it kind of covers a bunch of different bases like that. So we've got a pair of poplin shorts that have this really nice kind of lace trim detail, and they're elasticated. They are super, super comfortable. And then we've got the cutie little matching top, which the details on this just speak for itself. We have some crochet, little elasticated cuffs. This top is super feminine, and that's what I love about it, because I told you guys that I typically get a little bit more like minimal with my style moving into the colder months, but wearing this shirt with a pair of black trousers or straight leg jeans really helps to bring the feminine elements into the colder weather. So I've worn this to work. I would wear this again casually just with the matching shorts. You can do sandals, but then when it's a little bit colder, you can switch to sneakers and then also pair the top separately once it's too cold. But I've also been wearing these shorts with like a long sleeve tee around the house too when I want to feel a little bit more put together, because that's how I feel when I'm wearing these pieces. They're also a super, super soft material, so they're not like that stiff poplin, which I love. I've really found an emphasis in quality throughout these different pieces, and guys, every single time I see this vest, I cannot help but like smile like a child. She's stunning. The contrast piping I think is so beautiful. It actually has like black and white moving through it, which I thought was a little bit different, and you can tell that that attention to detail is really there. I also, kind of surprising, but I love that this has silver buttons. I am someone who can mix metals. It doesn't bother me to have different mixed metals, especially with my engagement ring being silver, but me mostly wearing gold jewelry. And I feel like this is a really pretty, like, bright detail to add to a more like fall style outfit. It's also in this gorgeous tweed, which I absolutely love. Okay, so then I chose a pair of jeans to match with it. And honestly, I chose this as a set because I thought that it would look really cool to have like a tailored, more elevated, fancier, chic top balanced out with a casual piece on the bottom, but you can obviously mix and match these pieces with other things that you have in your wardrobe. So we have this straight leg style with a seam going down the front, which I thought was super cool, and also this like darker wash toward the top hem of the jeans. But I absolutely love these like little tiny details that just seem like there is so much thought put into the designs. And I think that's a perk of having all of these different designers, is that you get so much perspective from different areas and people with different styles and perspectives on fashion, and it just helps to create really, really cool pieces like this. So I would have already tried these on in the cutaway, but if you guys have any questions about fit for either 709 or Fabrique, then definitely leave me a comment down below. But I hope you enjoyed these pieces. I love sharing a little new in haul, so if you guys want to see more of this, definitely let me know in the comments. Thank you so much to 709 and Fabrique for sponsoring this part of the video, and we're gonna get back into the vlog. Okay guys, we're in Cafe Thuma and all the girls just got here. We got our coffees. The pastries are amazing. The coffee's insane. The only downside is that it opens at 11, so we came on a Saturday because we obviously work during the week and we can't get here before we have to go to the office, but it's just a dream in here. It's an interior store, so they have like furniture. I think I mentioned that earlier, but yeah, it's beautiful in here. We also got some pictures in the outfit, which I'm very excited about. And we're gonna head off to, I actually don't know yet. I think we're gonna go in the street to do some photos for Sammy and Avery because they brought another look. I could not be bothered for packing another look today, so we're gonna get some pictures and then we're gonna go to brunch in the West Village. I just got back to the apartment. It's been a very long day and I feel like it's showing for sure. I definitely look a little bit disheveled, but I just got these stunning fall foliage flowers from my managers for our engagement, which was so sweet of them. I was not expecting it at all, so that was a really, really nice surprise. And then when we were out and about today I just got balsamic on my hand that is still on the counter from when we made appetizers last night. So our day today was amazing, except for the fact that when I left the apartment, it started to rain immediately after I left. So it's a good thing I had this bun in because it basically shielded all of my hair from getting wet, aside from my front pieces. So I was just like walking like this, but they still ended up looking like little rat tails, which is great. But Cafe Thuma, amazing. We loved it so much. I know I chatted to you guys when I was there, but the atmosphere and the coffee especially was really good. Also the pastries. I had a croissant, I had a bite of Avery's cookie. Everything was really, really great. And the baristas were also really nice. So a great experience. Okay, so then after that, we went to Boucherie and the girls were absolutely amazing. I am so thankful and so blessed to have this group of friends in my like influencer world. I mean, they're just my regular friends at this point. I used to call them my Instagram friends, but they're just the most like supportive, wonderful, sweet, funny like group of girls, and I feel like we just all meshed so well. So it was really nice to just for everyone to be free, number one, and just like sit down at a table and catch up and chat. And you know, they asked the whole story of everything, which I still have to tell you guys, but it was really nice. And Bella brought these flowers and Anastasia brought wine, which again, not expecting anyone to get me anything, but it was a really, really nice surprise. So I have all that stuff, and then I left from there and went straight to my sister's apartment to then rearrange all of the decor that she had, and it wasn't my doing. She was asking me to help her. So I thought we were going to Trader Joe's. We end up rearranging almost every room's decor in her apartment, which is basically like a house. There are like a bunch of different levels. It reminded me of like a townhouse, and that was the first time I saw it. So I didn't mind because I had never seen their apartment before and I wanted to, but I was there for a little bit later than I originally thought. And then we went to Trader Joe's. So I told my sister I have not done a Trader Joe's haul in the longest time, and I cannot remember for the life of me when I've done this like recently. So I thought it would be fun to do this together because there are some OGs in these bags, but there's also some new stuff and there's some fall stuff. So let's just go through it quickly. We've got, this is gonna be super random. We have the pork gyoza pot stickers, really good for like a quick dinner. I got eggs. We got some the other day when we went to Acme, but the prices are so expensive at Acme, and they're supposed to be like a cheaper, like more affordable grocery store, but everything at Trader Joe's is just like, you can't beat the prices. Buffalo chicken dip, body wash. This is the Tea Tree Tingle. We're running out of body wash, and I heard that Trader Joe's like shampoo, conditioner, body wash products are actually really good for you and they're clean ingredients, so I wanted to try that. Then I picked up chicken nuggets, cod, because they didn't have salmon, they didn't have like regular salmon. I got this blackened salmon too, just to have like another option for dinner. And then cold brew coffee concentrate, but this is the pumpkin spice flavor. I don't know if this is new, but I've never had this before, and I cannot explain to you guys how excited I am to try this. It looks incredible. I mean, obviously just the packaging makes me excited, and I was gonna wait to get this because I'm like, it's still pretty early in the season. It's only September, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be delicious. I also got bacon, which I'm not too proud of, and hash browns, which I'm also not too proud of. A gallon of regular milk. Where are my dairy girls at? Probably none of you, except for my sister if she's watching this. The Thai peanut sauce is absolutely incredible. We had it for the first time a couple nights ago. We had it for a while in our fridge, I feel like, and we just didn't think to use it, but it was amazing. So if you guys like a peanut butter sauce situation on your chicken, I highly recommend that. We did mac and cheese, which I'm having for dinner tonight. I just wanted something cozy and easy, and I feel like that's exactly what that is. Chipwiches. These are some of the best chipwiches I've ever had in my life, and for someone who's grown up eating them like every single year of existence, that says a lot. Tutti Frutti Cuties. These are a cleaner, or what I imagine a cleaner version of Trix, and they're delicious. So if you guys like sugary cereals, I am like not a model for healthy eating, but we do have another bag of produce. Before the produce, first of all, look at this bag that my sister brings to Trader Joe's. They're Christmas or Valentine's Day gnomes. This girl has more reusable bags than I've ever known in my life, but I guess you always need them. Blue corn chips are for the buffalo chicken dip because I think we ran out. Oh my gosh, this cabinet's driving me absolutely insane. I cannot wait until we hang this little thing over here so I can fill it and this can be a little more organized. But I got baby spinach. This is really good to mix with arugula and a salad to have like 2 different types of lettuce going on. Tortillas for like breakfast burritos, which I've been wanting to make for like 3 years and still haven't, but having the tortillas will definitely remind me. Green apples. I will eat any type of apple, but Polly's favorite is the green, so I got those for him and obviously myself too. I got lemons for water because I feel like I haven't done that in a while, but it really just spruces up a nice ice cold water when you put lemon in it. Cucumbers are for, hopefully, if I can get Polly to make salmon bowls this week. It's like it's like jasmine rice, cucumber. He makes like a spicy, what is that called? It's like the sauce that's on spicy tuna, but it's not. You can tell who's the cook in the household. But it's that kind of sauce. And then avocado and sesame seeds, and it's really good and like simple. Speaking of avocados, got a bunch of those. I'm gonna put a couple in a brown paper bag so that they'll ripen really quickly. So you put them in a brown paper bag and then you put them in a cabinet, like a dark space, and they'll like ripen overnight. This was a treat that I got for myself because pistachios are $7, but I got the salt and pepper ones. Really good snack to have. I got 2 peaches because I love having these in a salad with some sort of like balsamic and feta cheese kind of thing. Bananas. I always overbuy bananas because I end up freezing them if I don't use them for breakfast and things like that. And then I just got a couple of potatoes. I pumped the brakes on the potatoes because every time we buy them, we somehow end up not using them, and I hate wasting food. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves is wasting food, and we have had our potatoes growing spuds over the past couple times. So I just got 2, and hopefully maybe we'll keep them like out so we can remember to use them. And then I just got garlic and a tomato. The tomatoes for Polly because I eat them, but I'm not like reaching for them, if that makes sense. So that's the whole haul. I'm glad I did that because I didn't feel like putting it away when I first got home, to be honest. I just wanted to make my mac and cheese and start watching Perfect Couple again because I'm only on episode 2, but it's probably best this way. That's the Trader Joe's haul. We're just gonna chill for the rest of tonight, and then tomorrow is when Chloe and I are gonna leave super early in the morning to go to the vintage market that is almost 3 hours away. So maybe I'll bring a book, but that usually makes me nauseous in the car. So yeah, we're gonna have a nice fun day tomorrow, and maybe I'll just bring this to have on tap. Okay, my hair is an absolute mess, but good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, the start to a brand new week, and I'm just doing a little bit of, probably not the best time to start filming was like when I just painted on my eyebrows like that, so harsh. But I'm just doing some 5-minute makeup. Polly and I went to the little local this morning and got some hot coffees. This is my second hot coffee of the season. It's actually a little bit cold now because we don't have a microwave, didn't notice that when we first moved in either. But it's sweater weather. It's like a little bit chilly out this morning, so I have on like a t-shirt with this collared sweater over the top, and it was the perfect outfit with a pair of jeans, and it just felt nice to kind of get up and get our day started for a Monday morning, and we got a nice little walk out of it, which was great. Originally, I planned to do the little engagement chat when I sat down and did my makeup with you guys this morning, but I think we're gonna flip-flop it. We will do it in this vlog. The only reason is because I just put a question box on my Instagram because I figured I would ask, because I know a lot of you guys follow me over on Instagram, so I figured I'd put the question box there so that I answer exactly what you guys want to know and not just like rant about the engagement or my ring or any other questions that you guys have about the wedding. So instead, for now, I'm just gonna update you guys on my day yesterday because I didn't really chat to you. We left very early in the morning and we got to the antique fair at about 9 a.m. So I didn't want to be vlogging in the morning while Polly was sleeping. I also didn't really give myself that much time because I was getting up at 5:45 on a Sunday to go and drive up there with my sisters. As I mentioned, we left super early. We got there at 9, which is when it opens, which I would highly recommend. By the way, I don't think I even mentioned where we were going, but it's Brimfield Antique and Flea Market, I think it's called. But if you look up like Brimfield Antique Market, they do it 3 times a year. And we just learned a lot while we were there, so I figured I would let you guys know, and I'm also gonna show you the things that I picked up. But the first thing was definitely get there when it opens. Bring cash. We stopped at the ATM before we went up there. They do have ATMs while you're there, but just to avoid any lines or things like that, you want to just get it and be prepared. Obviously, if you end up spending like thousands of dollars, you're probably not going to pick that up when you first, you know, set off. So they do have ATMs just in case, but I would recommend just getting cash before you go. The other thing was that we parked. We didn't know what we were doing, honestly, so I feel like this is a good amount of learnings. We parked at the entrance of the fair. So it's kind of like a road that separates 2 sides, and each side has these little, like, I was calling them villages because they're all named something different. And apparently the ones in the middle are the best ones. So we parked at the beginning because we didn't know any better, but it was only $5. And then we got out and kind of walked our way down. I would highly recommend parking at the beginning because when you're leaving, you don't have to follow this long line of cars that are waiting for pedestrians to pass, because they didn't really have crosswalks. People were just like kind of crossing wherever they could, and so people were letting them go. Obviously people were doing that for us too, but that means that you'd be sitting in the car for probably another 15 to 20 minutes in that line of traffic. So I would park at the entrance. But we had a really great time. They have food trucks, they have literally any antique you can think of. I think the selection would have been better if we went earlier, but like I said, they still had so much stuff. So I will show you guys what I got once I'm done. I'm just gonna put on, you know, I saw this thing about like Scandi makeup and how they don't put mascara on once they're done, and I feel like I kind of like the way that this looks. But I'll go grab the stuff that I got so I can show you. You guys are gonna notice that there's a little bit of a silver emphasis on this haul, but if you saw my last haul, it was a lot of like, I got a ginger jar, I got a blue and white tray, I got a lot of like ceramic stuff. So I feel like this is a good mix to add in, and I think something smart to do, and I don't know if anyone's like an expert thrifter and wants to give me any tips, but sometimes I almost forget what I have. Like maybe I can make a folder on my phone of all of the thrifting that I do so that I know what collection I have, because I think sometimes I get a little bit lost with, does this match things that I already own? And then I'm like running through my brain of like all the things that I've bought. So I think I am gonna do that, just make a folder in my photos. Anyway, I think I just asked for a tip and just made one up myself. But if you guys have any other ones with like how to stay organized with this stuff, definitely let me know. So we're gonna start with some salt and pepper shakers. I have 2 gold tomato ones, and I saw this pair. They had one stand that had like only salt and pepper shakers, but I didn't find any that I liked. These were from a random stand. So there's a pear and a little, I think it's an apple, and I thought that these were really cute, and they're silver. I have gold ones and I wanted to change it up a little bit, especially since, like I mentioned, if I'm doing different tablescapes, those are not going to work with every single thing that I do, especially if I'm using these candlesticks. So I was on the hunt for candlesticks last time when I went with my friend Jenna. I didn't find any that I loved. I think they were a little bit too grand for me, and my sister found these toward the tail end of our search. So these are just a little bit smaller, which I love. They're not too tall because I feel like when you put candlesticks in them, I don't want them to be like super high on the table, especially since we have a smaller table in this apartment, and when we do our hosting it's just going to be like one other couple because that's all we can fit, and I didn't want to do these like huge extravagant candlestick holders. But I'll also give you guys pricing. The salt and pepper shakers were 15. These were also, no, these were 30 at a different place. So the booths like literally make stuff up, if I'm being honest, depending on, I guess, like their normal selling behaviors when they're in their freestanding stores. Because then I went to another place, and these are definitely less in weight, but I found these candlestick holders after those. So we were on the hunt. My sister found those, we got so excited, and then we went to the other side and I got these little like flower ones, which I thought were so stunning and dainty. They also have this detail on the base of the candlestick as well, and then they're ribbed around where they actually hold the candle, and I love the detail on these. These are also super contrasting to the other ones that I just showed you. Those are a lot more minimal. These I feel like are what I'm gonna put out when I'm hosting brunch with my friends, if I'm having people over, or if people stay at our house once we're older and we do a little brunch tablescape. I would love to put these on the table as like a little morning brunch. I feel like the vibes are just very different, so I got both, and these were only $10. They were really giving out the deals because, I mean, this isn't like thrifting deals, and you'll see what happens when I got to some of this other stuff, but they were like willing to slash prices because it was the last day. The next thing I got was this jar that had this little antique gold lid. It has a little dent in it, but it's fine with me. I feel like that's what creates the character of it. But I thought this would be really cute on the wooden pedestal that I have with like oregano in it, because that's something that you kind of pinch portion. But when I bought this from the guy, I was like in line to get a price because he was talking to someone else, and there was a lady behind me. He told me this was 15, which is what I ended up paying. I think it was too steep for something like this, but I really loved it, and I hadn't bought anything yet. This was my first purchase. But the lady behind me had a vase, and she was like, how much for this? And I think he said like 65 or something, and she was like, oh, that's too much. And he was like, well, it's like hand pressed glass or hand cut glass, I don't know what it was. And she was like, yeah, like you and everybody else or something. And he was like, oh, okay, well, everyone's expecting quality, but they want really cheap prices. And she was like, no, your prices are just too high. And he said, you're just cheap. And I was like, oh my gosh, Chloe, we're witnessing a like real fight right now. Like, they were obviously not going like too crazy, but it was just funny to see like old people arguing with each other over antiques. So my battery just died, so I switched it out quickly, and they also started landscaping somewhere out there, so it's a little loud, and I shut the window, so hopefully you guys can't hear it. But yeah, so we witnessed a little tussle, and then I found this silver pitcher from a really, really nice lady. Chloe also bought a couple things from her, like a silver tray that had a really pretty detail on it. But I saw Mary Klein. I feel like anytime I'm talking about a tablescape, I'm like referring to Mary Klein's style because I really love it. But this is the pitcher. It's silver. It needs to be polished along with everything. I just placed an order for silver polish this morning, so I am going to do that as soon as it comes in. But it has these cute little feet details on them, which I thought was so pretty, and then this handle is very, you know, dainty and feminine as well. So definitely gonna use that as like a water pitcher when we have people over. And then the last thing that I got, which this is where I was really a sucker, this booth had a bunch of these little, I guess, hanging bins, and I'm like, what is that? And don't ask the people information about it, because I feel like that's when you kind of like, I mean, me personally, when they're telling me all these facts about it, that's when I get like attached / feel like I can't say no. This was $150. I did not pay $150, I paid $100, which I'm still even like reluctant to let you guys know, because everything else here, that picture was $15, and then I think I told you that the jar was $15. This was obviously one of the higher price point items that I picked up, but this is from France, and the reason I got into trouble with this was because there was a really nice old couple that owned the booth, and I asked the guy, what does sel mean? And it's salt in French. Like, I could have just looked that up on my own, but they had a bunch of little ones like this, different shapes, different colors. There was also one that was like square, like rectangular, that had like light blue, and I thought that was really pretty too. But I typically go more for like earthy / warm tones when it comes to home decor, so this one had the little red detail on it, which I thought was really classic and cute with the warm wood lid. And so we are going to hang up our floating shelf unit in the kitchen today Hopefully the studs are there, because when we did the TV there were no studs and we had to figure that out. But this is going to be hung right next to that, so I thought this would be a really cute little detail. It's for salt, because French people do not have a lot of counter space, generally speaking, just the way that their architecture works. Apparently they don't have a lot of counter space in like these historical kind of homes, and so they used to have a lot of hanging things. So he also had other things that were like, you would hang like a soup spoon, or what is it called, a ladle, and like pasta spoons and stuff like that, instead of having them in like a canister like we do in the US. And so he was telling me all this, and I was like, okay, I gotta buy it from this guy, even though I didn't actually have to. I guess really wanted it. And this was my last purchase of the day. So we ended on a high and expensive note. I do also want to say that the rule that if you like it, you need to buy it in that exact moment definitely applies, because there was this not glass, it was like a stone pitcher. I can't really explain it, but oh no, it was a jug, and it had a wider opening, which I really liked, because a lot of the jugs have smaller openings and you can't really fit flowers in them, and I figured I would use that as decor, but also I could use it as a vase if I wanted to. And I loved it, but it was $145, and so after paying $100 for this, I was like, that's too much. But I really loved it. It was like a warm gray tone, which I am obsessed with. And there was a medium size and a smaller one. And then we went to another booth and they had one for $75, but it was too big. And so we went to the car, walked around a little bit more, and I was like, I think I want to go back and look at that other thing, because if there's nothing else I want to buy and I really, really love it, then maybe I'll just get it. And they were doing 25% off, so it was gonna be like $110-ish. So we go back and it's gone. The small one was still there, and I asked the guy, did the one size above this sell? And he goes, yeah, you snooze, you lose. And I was like, I need to leave this place. I'm sure he was kidding, but it did not come off like that. Like, he actually said it with a lot of intent, and I was like, okay, sir. So we ended up just leaving, and this was the entire haul. So I am gonna clean all the silver stuff once the polish comes on Wednesday, and then get everything put away. But I definitely need to hang up that kitchen unit so that we can kind of figure out what space we have in the cabinets to put all of this, because we're obviously not keeping it out on display. But that was a really long haul, so hopefully I can cut that down a little bit, because we still have the engagement chat, which I feel like is going to take a little bit of time here. But I want to show you guys what I'm wearing to work from home. This is like a cozy little coffee run / work from home outfit, and I need to put on fluffy socks because my feet are like kind of numb. And it's not even that cold out yet.
Not enough that things will fall out.
Morning, everyone. It's Tuesday today, and I forgot to put on mascara again, so we'll figure out a time to do that because I brought it with me. But I'm on my way to Butler to meet some of the girls to take some outfit photos before I head off to the office today. And I'm like panting because I'm so late. I could not figure out my outfit and I feel so bad, but we're gonna get a little coffee and croissant and head on our way.
Hello. Hi. Wait, I'm loving this.
Thanks. We've secured a latte from Butler. They now have vanilla, which is yeah, which is wonderful. That's why we got them, because Avery got it. She's like, they have vanilla now, which was perfect.
Game changer.
Yeah, because our coffee is very strong. So vanilla latte, and this is the outfit that I'm wearing to the office / just took photos in. This dress is from Naked. It kind of like goes up and it's a V. It's a really pretty like date night dress, but I put this blazer over the top because questionable if it was see-through or not. Because I was wearing tan undergarments. And then we've got a little YSL belt. My sunglasses are YSL. Bag is from Songlong. This is like the little bucket one that I wear too much. And then my shoes are Barrett footwear, just like flats. I think I'll change into the heels that are in my desk drawer once I'm at the office. What are you wearing?
Me? I'm wearing head to toe Legends.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This skirt is Legends. Bodysuit is Legends, actually. And this is ASO, so I'm lying.
Cute.
And this is actually H&M.
Love.
And that little Bambi sunglasses.
Oh, I forgot to say that my jacket was
and
from
then
H&M.
my
Boots
are no idea.
I really like those though.
Thanks.
Not too big of a heel.
Nope. Great for work.
Love.
Okay.
Then we've got our other friends over here. If you could spot them.
Look at them go.
We've got Hazel and Avery. This is so bright. And they're just getting their outfit stuff all settled. But there's a lot of people in Soho today, let me tell you. They're starting to get their fashion week selves ready. Coziest dinner on the planet right here. Butternut squash soup that our friend made downstairs. And a little side of grilled cheeses. Really nice. It's not that cold out yet, but still feels right. Hello everyone, it's Wednesday morning and I'm just in the middle of putting in some slick hair product. I have a store visit this morning that I cannot wait for. It's with Status Anxiety. They are a handbag company and they just opened a store in Nolita, which is like right near Soho, and they're having like a little coffee morning in the store, which I can't wait for it. So I'm gonna get there as soon as they open so that I can go to the office afterwards. But this is actually really nice that they have something this early because that means I can get my like store visit and video content and everything done before going to work. So this is finally going to be the engagement chat session of the vlog. I have your questions on my phone. I screenshotted everything from the question box and a lot of you asked the same things, which I thought was really funny. So that's good to know that multiple people wanted to know the same types of things, just so I'm not rambling on about things that people don't care about. I think this was the fastest I've ever slicked my hair. I think I'm just gonna do a pony today. I don't know what is possessing me to want to do that, but I think I'll just put in hair oil and leave it like this. I don't know what this like one shadow is. Maybe is it this curtain? Not sure. Okay, this is the sun that is now right across the window, so that's why I have like a shadow on my face. I completely forgot that I also made myself a full breakfast and I left it on the counter, so I have to try to eat this within the next 10 minutes in addition to answering questions, which should be really fun. Okay, this is starting to look a little crazy. Okay, we're gonna sit down with a pile of clothes that I need to put away instead. A lot of people asked, did he give any hints? Did you talk about rings before? So I guess this is a lot about like, did you see any of this coming? So the answer is no. I did not know anything. He did not act weird at all at any time. I think it was also just because we were on a trip and I was like not expecting for it to be on a trip because I'm like, oh, I feel like that would be too obvious. And because I thought it was too obvious, it ended up not being obvious at all and I had zero idea. So I'm just like coasting through this vacation. We were in Athens first and then went to Paros with our friends and then we were in Santorini together. And he was telling some of his friends when we were in Athens, which I thought was really funny because I'm just teetering around like not knowing what's going on and fully people are like, you know, getting excited and like knowing what's gonna happen. But I just thought that that was really funny that he fully was able to keep it from me. I do need to mention that I'm not the type of person to like find signs or like try to figure it out. I wanted it to be a surprise. So I feel like that was the perfect combination for me to not know anything. And honestly, if you guys are people, and I know it's really hard to not get nosy, but if you are looking for it to be a surprise, it is honestly one of the most, I mean, this is the only way that I know, but I just loved not knowing anything at all. And I know that like looking back, this is going to be one of the biggest surprises of my life until we have children, because I don't think that we are going to find out the genders of our kids just because I heard someone say once that they weren't finding out because there are so little times in your life when you can be surprised to this magnitude, and I feel like this was one of them. So yeah, knew nothing at all, but it was great. Okay, story time. How did it happen? Leading up to the trip, Polly was like, we need to take like fit check videos, and I was like, oh, this is great. Like, he's finally on board. I always love his outfits, and I see couples accounts. Like, I didn't want to make a couple account, but I was like, I just want him to have a little appearance in a fit check. And I did end up posting one on my story, but he had asked before, which I think was actually a good setup. So if anyone wants to tell their significant other that if you talk about something way beforehand, it will go over the person's head when you actually go to do it. So we were in Greece. The first day we were traveling, I was so cranky from the different legs of the trip. I was a smidge hungover, if we're being completely honest, and we were on a really rocky boat, and I was trying to finish my book, and it just was a recipe for disaster. So we were so tired. I had not eaten anything all day, and he was gonna propose before we went to Moody Bay, but because of my mood, he was like, I'll just wait until tomorrow. So he ended up texting my family saying that he was postponing it to the next day, which I actually think that that was a good idea. Obviously, I would have been super excited and happy if he did do it that night, but I think the next morning was just like the perfect time. So we woke up and we got ready for our hike and just did breakfast in the hotel. We were up pretty early, but yeah, so we got ready for our hike. I was updating the vlog. And now that I look back on it, this was the only thing where I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Polly went to the bathroom. I was updating the vlog, and I looked back, and the clip was like 4 or 5 minutes long, and I was like, that's a long time for him to like just be chilling in there. And it was because he took the ring in there and was getting it out of the box and like, I don't know, like preparing himself. And so by the time I was done updating the vlog, he's like, okay, like let's do a fit check video. We're literally in athletic clothing, and he goes, I saw his hand in the pocket afterwards, but we do a fit check, and as I'm walking back toward the camera, like once we're done doing the whole check, he was like, wait, one more thing, and I like press the button as I'm turning around to stop the video, and he's literally getting down on his knee in the side of the video, and then the video just cuts. And my mom was like, this is exactly something that your dad would do. Like, I am so like blown away at how similar you guys are. And I'm like, well, I literally, that's how I know I didn't have any idea at all, because I literally stopped the video that would have captured the moment, but it was fine with me. Oh, he's back now. Hello? I'm just answering some questions about you proposing. So that was the whole story. The next question was, oh, hi. How was the gym?
Wasn't as crowded.
Nice. Maybe it was just a Tuesday thing. Okay, next question is, how excited are you to start wedding planning? Very excited. I am, you know, also a little bit scared because I know that the wedding industry is just out of control, and I am a sort of like artistic brained person, so I am going to have a vision, and I hope that I can, I guess, execute it in the best way possible so that it's like everything that we both want it to be. But I know that's hard to do when things are just really expensive. So I am starting now. We're actually going to look at a venue in the second week of October that's near our house. It's like a 25-minute drive away from our church, so that would be great. And then there's also one in Jersey City that we can go see that's like closer to our apartment in Hoboken, and I think one more that's in our hometown as well. So we already have a few things like on the radar, but I'm very excited. This is something that I personally have, you know, dreamed about since I was really little, and I've had a Pinterest board since I was like 13 years old. I think I had one since I had a Pinterest. So however old my Pinterest is, that's how old my wedding board is. And of course my style has changed, but it's just, yeah, something that I cannot wait to dive into. And people say that it's stressful, but I think it just has to be like a day-by-day thing. I did get stressed out the other day because we don't have a venue yet, and I feel like that is the part that you need to book in order for everything else to fall into place. But once we have that done, I feel like we're just gonna take it day by day. So then someone else asked, do you want to get married in Greece? I don't think that we will. We just have probably around 200-ish people that we want to have at the wedding, and I feel like travel just kind of eliminates some people for certain reasons, and we kind of just want to have everyone that we love and want to celebrate with all there. And I just also think that I'm not the type of person to be able to handle vendors and all that stuff abroad. Like, I know myself, I can be organized, but I don't think I'd be organized enough to plan a wedding in another country. So we're definitely gonna get married in New Jersey or somewhere close by in New York. Okay, when does the wedding dress shopping start? I already have two very different ideas of what I would want to wear, but I think once we book the venue and we know where we're getting married, but more importantly, like what month, like I wouldn't match the dress to the venue because who cares, but, well, that's my personal opinion. But when it comes to weather, I don't want to wear like a long sleeve dress if I'm getting married in the summer, for example. So that will come once we book the venue, I think, and just knowing our date and everything of like, okay guys, memory card was full, so I ended up having to film the last part of this clip the next day. So the rest of the engagement chat, I had a couple of questions about, did we talk about which ring I wanted beforehand? So basically the only conversation that we had was that his mom was going to be passing down her ring to Polly, which I still get the chills about, and I still like tear up when I think about it, because I mean, I know that I deserve Polly, but I just feel like him plus like the family that I'm marrying into is just the most wonderful, and I just don't even know how I got so blessed. But the ring is actually from his mom's great-grandmother, so it's from the 1800s. I don't know too much about the specs, so that's why I don't want to like speak too much about it, but I know that the center diamond is round, and then it has four kind of like square, I don't even know if this is focusing. It has like four square prongs on the outside that kind of make it look cushion. And on the sides, we have marquees with like these kind of etched details into the platinum band. So I don't know anything about size. I don't know anything about cut or clarity or anything like that. And honestly, it doesn't matter to me. I am someone who is very particular and can sometimes be hard to shop for, but it was just, I don't know, it's like God knew that I would be difficult, and that having something with significance and so much value behind it in terms of like history and the relationship that this came from is just beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. And I'm just so lucky to be able to wear this. And yeah, so a little bit of a different story when it comes to picking out a ring, because I technically didn't pick it out. I did not see it until the day that we got engaged. I think that's the only snooping that I tried to do throughout this entire relationship, was I was like zooming in on his mom's Facebook photos trying to see what it looked like, because she wears Polly's dad's band on her middle finger now instead of wearing her engagement ring. So as long as we've been dating, she hasn't worn this ring. So I have never seen it in person until he put it on my finger, and I don't care about the ring. I won't go on a rant, but society has gotten a little bit crazy about things that don't matter, and about sizes of rings and what that means, and to me it means absolutely nothing. And so I feel like that was another reason why this was meant to happen, is because I could not care less about a ring. I just want to marry Polly, and that's it. So yeah, that's the ring chat, and that's the end of our questions. If you guys have additional questions about like wedding planning or anything like that, you can leave them down below. But yeah, so that's the engagement chat. We're gonna get into the rest of this vlog, which is a store visit, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, you guys, the camera ran out of storage when I was talking about our engagement, but the last question was about the ring, so I'll give you guys a rundown of all of that information. I don't really know that much, but you guys will see why once I am home later. But we're in Soho now. I stopped at La Colombe because I was super early this morning, and we're almost at the Status Anxiety store. I was early because I completely did math incorrectly and don't need to be there until 8:30. I thought it was 8 in my head, because usually when I shoot in the morning we meet at 8. So I woke up really early, but we're in Nolita and I've already had a coffee, and then they're serving coffee there, so we're gonna have two. It's great. And I also stepped in a huge puddle of paint when I was going to the path, so that was great. Polly said it looks cool. I guess it does in some sense. Okay, you guys, wrapping up this vlog. It's, what day is it? Thursday morning. Tomorrow I have a big day. So much of a big day that I took a half day off of work. So I'm gonna wake up super early and get some work done and then have the rest of the day. So I can't wait to take you guys to everything that I have going on tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all and I will see you very soon.